What do you want to get out of tonight?
Good habits. I think first and foremost, I think we want to, obviously go into a playoffs with a great feeling. So, for us, like I said, it's good habits, making sure we're doing everything the right way, and not taking a night off.
Last day of the regular season, and you don't know who you're playing yet. How different do you foresee those matchups being, whether it's Tampa or Boston?
To us, it doesn't really matter. I think we're kind of just trying to focus on ourselves. Whether we get Tampa, we know what they're about, and whether we get Boston, we also know what they're about. So, both two really good teams, but the focus I think should be on ourselves, and getting to a point to where we're comfortable in every single thing that we're doing in the aspect of the game.
What's it going to be like for you? I mean, you played in the playoffs last year, obviously, but no fans here. As a local kid getting to experience being a Leaf with a full building for a playoff game.
Yeah, it should be awesome. Obviously, I think our fan base is, to say the least, crazy. So it's going to be extremely exciting, and I'm happy we're starting on home in our home territory, and I can't wait to get started. But at the same time, we can't look too far ahead. We still got one more left, and we got to be focused on Boston tonight.
Last season, you guys had to wait like 5-6 days for the playoffs to start because of COVID shutdowns and stuff. And there was no fans here, obviously, but you're watching the games down south, and they're jammed in Carolina and Florida. What was that like to go from watching that to then going in an empty bar? Like, how hard was it to?
Yeah, I'd like to say, obviously, your focus is on the game and in what you're doing, but like you said, watching the games on TV and seeing some buildings packed, some half full, and it was nice to see that we were still getting some attendance down there, but at the same time, you don't have the best feeling about kind of what's going on in your backyard, but at the same time, we had to focus on what we were doing. Unfortunately, we lost that series last year, and we're looking for a completely different outcome this year.
How much is the sting of last year motivating you guys this year?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Anytime, all the chatter, all you hear is the Leafs. It doesn't matter what we do in the regular season, whether we have a great one, franchise setting, whatever. It starts, on Monday, right? Monday or Tuesday, wherever it is that we play. But like I said, we can't look past the Bruins tonight. We got to make sure we're doing everything right, and it definitely is, a motivational factor, of how we went down last year.
So many players this year set so many career highs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a great base to build on for the playoffs?
Yeah, I guess so, but I think we're more focused in on, the team aspect, and what we did during the season, and, how we were resilient, and, I think we played a lot of great hockey this season. Obviously individual accolades are, great. Team extremely excited for Matty, Mitchie, Soupy, all those guys, who set career highs and personal bests. But when it comes down to it, it's about, getting the 2 points and, in the playoffs, getting the 4 wins. So, that's what we're focused on here.
You guys were in a similar situation last year, home ice, playing your own barn. What's the difference between last year and this year in terms of approach within the room?
Within the room, we don't want to lose. So it's all it's about. It's about preparation of, going into a series knowing that, we're going to have to fight and, scrape and claw for every single thing that we get. And we know that. Like you said, last year was a little bit of a letdown. Not a little bit, a lot of a letdown. And, we know we have to be better when it comes to, the clutch moments.
How they will ramp up, Wayne. This kind of feels like your time of year. What are you expecting from yourself moving forward here?
I think much like I've been playing the last, 10 games or so. Like you said, it's all about, obviously you're going to have your offensive contributors and, your big name guys doing what they do. I'm a firm believer that, a lot of, series are won and lost on, the depth guys. So, I think it's an opportunity here, for all of us, all of our depth players, to prove, that we're great players in this league as well, and, that we can help our big guys out.
You're going to be playing either a team with Maroon and Perry or a team with Marchand and Frederick.
Yep.
Especially in the playoffs, how do you adapt to that so-called gray area where you can get away with something to a point and then it stops?
I think it's about initiating rather than retaliating, to be quite honest. We want to be the first team, to jump in there and, go full bore, whether that be, hits, grinding it out, smothering our opponent. We want to be the first to do it. We don't want to be reactionary. We want to initiate everything.
Further to that, fighting seems to dry up in playoffs, but
Yeah.
there seems to be that line you guys don't know or know when not to cross.
Yeah, I think, when you play in the league for as long as I have and a lot of the guys on our team, you generally know, when's a good time to fight, when's a good time not to fight, right? You don't want to give the other team momentum, and sometimes you try to spark up a fight to swing momentum in your way, right? So, I think it's on us guys, who do like to partake in stuff like that, to be smart about it and to use it to our advantage.
What signs have you seen that Jack Campbell is ready to go, that he's at his best right now?
I think he's been playing great since he's come back from injury. I think you guys can all see. He's made the big stop when he's needed to. He's shut down other teams, and he's allowed us to play our game, the best without having any doubt in our mind.
NHL PA poll came out this week. Marchand right at the top for the guy you hate to play, but you love to on your team. How would you describe what it's like going up against him?
Marshy's, I know Marshy for a long time. Played World Juniors with him back in '08, and so I have a little bit of a relationship with him like that. And he's, I could say some things, but it wouldn't be child friendly. But he's a great competitor out there, and he'll do anything it takes to win. And I think you got to respect that as an opponent, but at the same time, I think you can use it against him a little bit. But he's an unbelievable player, one of the best in the league, and he chips in more than points wise for his team. So.
That personal relationship help you? Maybe he doesn't go as hard on you.
No, not really. Not at all. There's no friends on the ice ever. So.
You mentioned about how you're a veteran. I mean, there's three of you guys with Spets and Gio that have played over 1,000 games. I mean, everybody's motivated to win a cup, but given where the three of you guys are in your careers, how much extra push is that?
Obviously, I think that goes without saying. None of us have won a cup, so. I think when you get to this point, you don't know how much longer you have, and you lay everything out there. Every single shift, every second that you get, because you don't know if you're ever going to get another opportunity to, be able to even play in the Stanley Cup playoffs again. So, it's a lot of motivation.
Dano was saying that early in his career, he didn't realize that.
Yeah.
You think it's was it a similar thing for you as you've gone?
Yeah, definitely. It's it's a thing when you're young. You just think, oh, okay, whatever. You just take your summer, go on about your business, and. You don't really think about it because you got plenty of years left in you. I think when you get to this point in your career, it's, oh crap, I haven't won yet, and time's dwindling away. So like I said, you put everything you have into it, and moments like this, they don't come all the time. So you're very cognizant of that.
So given that, what was it like to watch the Kings skating around hoisting the cup, knowing that you had been part of that team like a year earlier?
Obviously, it's awful. It's gut-wrenching, but at the same time, I had a lot of great friends on that team, and still to this day, still do. So extremely happy for those guys, but, it feels pretty crappy that you couldn't be a part of it, right?